Hello and welcome to Happy Horror Time. My name's Tim Murdoch.
And my name is Matt Emmert. And before we start today's news commentary, I just want to wish everyone watching a very happy Thanksgiving.
Gobble, gobble.
We hope that you are enjoying tons of food with loved ones, and hopefully you can work a little bit of horror into that, because what's turkey without a little bit of cranberry sauce? Am I right, Tim?
Mashed potatoes.
Anyway, okay, on to our first story for today. This has been all over the internet. Scarlett Johansson is going to be starring in a new Exorcist movie from Mike Flanagan. Now, if you remember, Tim, the last Exorcist movie, how could you forget, right?
I like the last minute.
Oh, so the last Exorcist film was The Exorcist Believer, which came out in 2023 and was directed by David Gordon Green, famous for the Halloween Blumhouse trilogy. So he was supposed to do 2 sequels to Believer, but he ended up dropping out after it didn't do so well in the box office, and apparently also because of creative differences, whatever they say in those legal documents, and those movies were canceled. So we thought, okay, that's it. Well, then Mike Flanagan came on board as both writer and director, and according to Variety, this new movie, it's going to be a radical new take on the property and will tell an all-new story that's still set in the Exorcist universe, but is not a sequel to Believer. So, first thoughts, what do you think, Tim?
I think that's great. Who doesn't like Scarlett Johansson? And I think it will pump new energy into a lot of the sequels and remakes and all the different
requels
paths
and legacy.
Just they've been a mess. Just give people what they want and give us a great actress.
Yeah, well, I think Scarlett Johansson's great. It's a big name for the movie, but I also really like Mike Flanagan. Now,
like Shelby Oaks?
Well, he just produced that, but I like the series and the things that he really was a part of. I loved Hush, I love Midnight Mass, and a lot of the Haunting of Hill House, and a lot of those series. So I think he can really make a scary supernatural film about possession. David Gordon Green, the thing about David Gordon Green, I loved Halloween 2018. I mean, if you check out my Halloween ranking, I ranked it number 2 because I loved that movie. I loved Jamie Lee Curtis in it, and I credit him for kickstarting that new, legacy timeline. With that said, I wasn't a big fan of Halloween Kills or Halloween Ends because I think David Gordon Green sometimes is so focused on getting some sort of social commentary out in these movies.
Evil dies tonight.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think it just wasn't working for Exorcist Believer. What he did to Ellen Burstyn's character was awful.
Oh, I agree. Let's knock out her eyeballs.
Yeah, exactly. This 90-year-old actress who we all loved in The Exorcist, just blind her. But so that was crazy. Anyway, I have high hopes for this. It's going to be produced by Blumhouse Atomic Monster because they've combined Morgan Creek Entertainment and Mike Flanagan himself. So remember, that means Flanagan's going to be writer, director, producer. I don't think he'd put his name on that many hats.
I want him to star in it too.
And star in it, yeah. And the funny thing about Scarlett Johansson, she's a 2-time Academy Award nominated actress. So I love that she's going to do a big horror film.
Maybe this will be her year, because wasn't Ellen... Burns, I don't know how to say
Burstyn.
it. Thank you.
Yes, nominated for Exorcist.
Yeah. So maybe this will be her time.
Yes, and so Mike Flanagan had this to say about Scarlett. He said, Scarlett is a brilliant actress whose captivating performances always feel grounded and real, from genre films to summer blockbusters, and I couldn't be happier to have her join this Exorcist film. I mean, is Scarlett Johansson someone I'm like, oh my God, Scarlett Johansson in a new movie, I want to go out and see it? No, but I think she's very talented. You
didn't love Ghost World?
That's some early, woo, deep cut. Anyway, no further plot details or any other cast members have been announced, but filming is supposed to take place in New York City. That's cool.
Do you think Linda Blair will do another cameo?
It's weird because I so want her to, but this isn't supposed to relate to Believer. But maybe that's a good thing because they could have her in a different situation.
I hope she plays a reporter and she says... What does she say, Matt?
She says, tell us what it feels like to be almost brutally murdered.
Thank you.
The people want to know. I don't know.
The people have a right to know.
I messed up that Scream quote,
okay.
But that was a paraphrasing.
I put you on the spot.
Love Linda Blair, Scream. Anyway, okay. In other horror news of horror stars turning into directors, we all remember Scout Taylor-Compton, who played Laurie Strode in those other Halloween films, Tim, Rob Zombies.
I'm familiar.
Yes, and she is directing a new indie horror film called By His Hand, and it's being produced by Terrifier's Catherine Corcoran. Now, obviously, we've heard of both of these stars. Catherine Corcoran, we just reported on that big lawsuit with the Terrifier producers, but also Scout Taylor-Compton, she actually already moved into the directing chair alongside Danielle Harris in the upcoming film Last Chance Motel, which is currently in post-production.
Yes, with Heather Langenkamp.
Playing like a blonde Southern belle,
Who
right?
I thought was Melissa Peterman.
She looked, that's so funny. I think that, I mean, just for Heather Langenkamp, that looks really good. But so this is a different movie. And also, apparently Scout is on this directing kick. She also just shot a murder mystery series called Whatever Happened to Daisy, which, funny enough, stars Catherine Corcoran. So they must enjoy working together. But according to Bloody Disgusting, By His Hand is a feature film adaptation of William R. Perry's occult novel by the same title. So Perry, the writer of the novel, also wrote the screenplay for the film, and Catherine Corcoran is producing it under her newly launched production company. It's called Fairstream Pictures. And get this, for random horror connections, Tim, she's going to be producing it alongside actor and stuntman Lee Waddell, who played Ghostface in the original Scream.
Wow, it's all connected. All our news is connected.
But isn't that so, like, it's just, I mean, look, I think that must be so much fun if you're an actor and then you're like, you know what, I'm going to produce, or you know what, I'm going to direct, or whatever.
I think that's great. I mean, because, you know, I think there was a time when, do you remember like when movie stars wouldn't do television and television stars couldn't do movies? But now everyone does everything because they're so like
interconnected.
Yes.
I mean, we have movies on our TV streaming services, and sometimes they even show like TV episodes in movie theaters. Like apparently the Stranger Things season 5 finale is going to be in movie theaters. So it's like, it's all connecting. Tim, soon we're going to be the same person.
True. I know. Who are you? I'm Matt. I'm Tim. I don't know.
It's all going to be pluribus,
and
everyone.
Sometimes movie stars do commercials.
Oh, by the way, that was an Apple TV show reference. But yes, they do commercials. So By His Hand, it was published in 2023. It already has a sequel novella out titled Out of His Mind in 2024. So basically, if this movie does well, they already have a sequel that's written in a novel form. So what it's about in the book, a man named Bill develops an illness that leaves his body numb and paralyzed while his mind stays fully aware. That sounds terrifying.
I like that.
After 40 days in the hospital, though, he suddenly miraculously recovers. His limbs and start moving again, but they're no longer under his control. So trapped inside his own body, Bill realizes something else is using him for sinister purposes.
It reminds me of the Michael Caine movie called The Hand. And the 1991 horror film, oh gosh, I got this. Body Parts.
Yes, but for me, I was thinking this is like a full body version of Idle Hands.
Or that.
Yeah, but I mean, all these things, so it's not like this hasn't been done before, but, or even like, no, but this is different, but The Eyes of Laura Mars, where she sees the killer's eyes. Yeah, so similar take. I mean, look, I wish Scout luck. I hope that Last Chance Motel is good. It has a great cast, and it's great to see these horror stars making their own films.
And Daniel Harris and Scout Taylor, they had a really good run for their podcast too. So, you know, I'm sure you can go back and listen to all their old episodes.
And I'm thinking that maybe because they just ended their podcast, that they probably ended it because they're both going into different like facets of filming, whether it's directing or producing. I have a feeling that's got to be because to act, do a podcast, and do that, there's probably not enough time. Anyway, okay.
I'm doing it.
Oh, really? Oh, what are you acting and directing and producing?
It's a project.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's a project.
Yeah.
Cool.
Look out for it.
I love projects.
Yeah. It's to be determined.
It's going to come out sometime.
Yeah.
And it's about something.
You'll really like it.
Love it. Love it already. Okay, so this news made me kind of giddy. It's so crazy. Writer-director Robert Hiltzik has completed his script for his Sleepaway Camp remake. Now, Robert Hiltzik not only wrote and directed the original 1983 film, but he is writing and directing this remake. Obviously, he's now done with the script. And it's funny because usually the person who wrote, it's like John Carpenter's not going to remake Halloween. Like usually you don't remake your own film.
Right.
But It's being produced by a new production company called AFA, which is owned by Kenan Thompson from SNL and a producer named Johnny Ryan Jr. And they posted on Instagram basically that the script is done and that casting notices are coming soon. So, Tim, should we try out?
Yes, I've got my SAG card. I'm all paid up. I'm ready to go.
What if it's a non-union thing?
Then I will be like, what's SAG? I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Also, what if they say they need campers who are 15 years old?
I'll say, just move the 5 over.
50.
50. Yeah.
So apparently all we know about is that the remake will stay true to the original story while adding in some new twists.
Ooh. Well, I mean, they better have a little bit of they better have Catherine Corcoran, Felissa Rose.
Well, their characters.
Well, I mean, they
they're
did die.
Remaking it, I was going to say they can't have their characters, but they could have a remade MEG Meg.
Right. I mean, well, if you watch all the different seasons of American Horror Story, they play new people, so maybe they'll play new people.
I'm 100% sure that
40 years.
Felissa Rose, at least, is going to have a cameo in this. I know she stayed in touch with this director, and he knows fan service. He's remaking his own movie. He's going to want to put those Easter eggs in, so I think he will. Well, here's the question. What are they going to do about that crazy ending scene
That is the
reveal?
$1 million question. How do you top it?
How do you not only top that, but do you remake that same ending scene in today's environment where it may not go over so well? Is the title
really Sleepaway Camp 2025? Because it's going to be 2026.
I mean, I think they just, the script in that Instagram post said it because that's when he finished writing it.
Because I kind of like that.
Sleepaway Camp 2025. So... a few months ago, Hiltzik said, only AFA, the production company, has shared my vision and is excited to have me helm the film. That's sad, like other production companies were. Therefore, preserving the integrity of the original film for the fans, as well as introducing Sleepaway Camp to a whole new generation. So I am just so curious as to how he's going to attack the ending.
Because the one after part 3, which I guess was part 4...
Which really did that ever truly come out? I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a little rough. So I'm glad that maybe this will just be swept under the rug and this one will be...
I mean, it sounds like they're really remaking the first one. So it's going to have a girl that comes to camp, is killing people. They're going to reveal...
Even if it's the exact same story, that's fine with me.
I mean, especially you put in cell phones and all that, and everything's different.
Isn't it? Not really.
Oh, you want it to be set back in the 80s still.
Yeah, I mean, what if you remade it 1983? I don't know. I just like the 80s.
And then, no, I do too. But then it's are you just doing the exact same thing? He's got to put something different into it because I can't imagine he wants to rewrite the exact same script.
I mean, well, kids don't talk the same way they did in 1983.
Oh my God. And how filthy are the kids' mouths in that movie?
I don't know. Are kids more filthy today? I don't know. I'm not around kids. I don't like kids.
In different ways. In different ways. Anyway, okay. This is crazy, but I mean, it's so on brand for everything going on in horror lately. There are going to be 3 new Wizard of Oz based horror movies coming out in 2026. Now, obviously, the movie Wicked for Good has been dominating the box office this past week, but since the original book by L. Frank Baum called The Wonderful Wizard of Oz is now in the public domain, shocker, everyone's making a horror movie based on that book. So
it's crazy to me that people are it's almost like they're counting down the days. They're what's going to be public domain?
Oh, 100%, because it's literally take any children's story, put a horror aspect on it, you can make a movie. So according to Bloody Disgusting, the first one is called Gale Yellow Brick Road and is going to be in select theaters on February 11th, 2026. And the synopsis for this one goes like this. Decades after her journey, an elderly, reclusive Dorothy Gale hides dark secrets about Oz. When her granddaughter Emily inherits Dorothy's Kansas home, she falls prey to a generations-old curse tied to a twisted, decaying Oz. As reality blurs into nightmare, Emily must confront the malevolent forces there and unravel her family's legacy or become another lost soul. Now, that's pretty dark. Was Oz that tough for Dorothy to deal with, where she's suffering from trauma?
Yes.
Okay, so I am going to say this. There is a trailer for this one, and Tim and I watched it, and we're going to put the link in the description. And this is what I got to say. It doesn't look that bad.
No, it doesn't. I mean, when we've seen some junk.
We have seen trailers for some junk. It doesn't, for me, it didn't look cheap. It really reminded me of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, the first one, where they have these expansive landscapes and they take it really seriously, even though it's a ridiculous idea.
Right. I mean, you know what? If more power to the people that has a good production value. Mm-hmm. For me, I know I'm a broken record, but if a movie's well lit, I'm into it.
It's well lit, but for me, they've got to be well acted. There's nothing that takes me out of a story more than really bad acting, unless I'm watching it for the bad acting to laugh at, you know?
But I think this, from what I gathered from the trailer, I think the acting looks pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it looks, again, like it's done very seriously, and like everyone involved was really taking it seriously and putting their all into it. Doesn't look like some crap someone just randomly put together. So
it doesn't look too rushed.
And so maybe we'll check it out in the theaters. The second one is called Dorothy, the Haunting of Oz, and it's currently in post-production for a 2026 release. Now, the synopsis for this one, this sounds right up my alley because, listen to this, Tim. Set on Halloween night in Marin County, California, the film follows college basketball players hunted by terrifying manifestations of Dorothy, the Wicked Witch, the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, and killer clowns. I don't know where that came from. Was that in The Wizard of Oz?
Maybe it's like the flying monkeys.
Yeah. As the campus becomes a battlefield and visions of Oz intensify, each murder exposes dark secrets, turning the students into both hunters and hunted, consumed by their own inner demons. Now, what's really impressive about this is the writer-director is 22 years old.
That's amazing.
His name is Elijah J. Alvarez. He's making his feature debut with this movie. And we actually have 2 images from this movie that were in Bloody Disgusting that I'm going to show Tim, and we're going to put on the screen right now. Here's the first.
I love it.
That is like the scariest Elphaba I've ever seen, with blood coming out of her eyes. It almost looks like Tatiana Maslany in The Monkey.
I was thinking like the cover of House of a Thousand Corpses.
Oh yeah, good reference. And then this creepy Tin Man. Ooh. And is he like leaking rust out of his face
or blood?
Is that the Tin Man? That is the Tin Man.
That looks
right?
like the Tin Man.
Okay, yeah. So that is Dorothy, the Haunting of Oz, and then the last one is called Wicked of Oz, and it was originally supposed to come out this month, but it's still awaiting a release. The synopsis for this one is: a freak tornado hurls down on her luck farm girl Dorothy into a warped Oz, where she confronts I love this. Glinda, who is a starving cannibal who's out of munchkin meat. She also faces a skull-cracking scarecrow, a heart-collecting Tin Man, and a cowardly lion who tears victims apart for his master. Armed with scavenged weapons, Dorothy hacks through hordes of psychotic foes until she finally confronts her ultimate nemesis, the Wicked of Oz.
Well, first off, when you mention the word munchkin meat, that sounds gross.
Yes. This is what I've got to say. For these 3 movies, I think as in order of how I introduced these to everyone, they got progressively more nuts.
Yeah.
I think the first one has a chance of being sort of good. The second one, probably not. The third one sounds like total chaos.
But the last one has the best title, Wicked of Oz. I think that's the most like, people are like, oh, I mean, when you put Gail in front of it, people are like, I'm confused.
Gail Weathers.
Yeah.
I think Dorothy, the Haunting of Oz could work. And again, something set on Halloween where they're fighting murderous creatures. I'm all in. So I feel like I could see myself seeing the first 2.
I'm going to see all 3.
I may skip the third one. Gotta just admit. Okay. Anyway, and our last story is a trailer that just came out for a new horror film called Pig Hill that is being directed by the director of Willy's Wonderland, Kevin Lewis. Now, first off, Tim and I saw Willy's Wonderland. It came out in 2021 starring Nicolas Cage. It's basically just like Five Nights at Freddy's because it's like possessed animatronics. And we really liked it, remember?
Yeah, I think I mean, Five Nights at Freddy's, I cannot believe how big that is. But I thought they were very similar.
It's because Five Nights at Freddy's is based on a property that already existed.
Okay.
And like a game, I think. And Willy's Wonderland was totally new. But if you go back to one of our 2021 reviews, I don't know the number, we actually reviewed Willy's Wonderland and really liked it. So hearing about this movie from this director, we're interested. Now, The official synopsis for this one is Carrie has been fascinated by the local legend of the pig people of Pig Hill, revolting creatures who breed and cause havoc in the area. As the 10th woman goes missing, Carrie can't stop thinking that there could be more to these stories. Apparently, the film is based on an actual book called Pig by Nancy Williams. We will drop there's a trailer and we'll drop the link in the episode description, but to be honest, like, you'd think a movie with this kind of synopsis would be totally ridiculous, but in the trailer, they're playing it really straight, and I thought the pig people looked really creepy.
Yeah, it reminds me of that I'm showing my age with this reference. Did it remind
Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind. No, that Twilight Zone episode where they take off their masks and they're pigs.
So, yes, totally. In this trailer, though, they keep the pig people in the shadows, and they're just kind of stalking the main girl and watching her from afar, which I think is really creepy, because as soon as you show them close up, if it doesn't quite look right, it could be funny, I guess. But in this trailer, they're doing a good job of trying to be really straightforward and like keeping the pig people in the shadows and scary. Now, crazy cast, because the film stars Shane West.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. We all know him from A Walk to Remember. Rainey Qualley from Ocean's 8. Shiloh Fernandez, who is in the Evil Dead remake, and
Shia LaBeouf,
no, and R.A. Milhaloff, who played Leatherface in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 3, Tim.
That's great.
So, I mean, random cast, but the director, Kevin Lewis, said, I think some of the best horror comes from ideas that are connected to the real world. When I read Jared Burris' screenplay adapted from the Nancy Williams novel Pig and learned about the pig people of Meadville, Pennsylvania, I knew it would make for a frightening, bone-chilling film. It's a poignant story of obsession, love, and the terrible consequences of what happens when reality and fantasy blur. So I guess there really is an urban legend about pig people, which is pretty frightening.
Yeah, I mean, well, it takes place in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania is just a state that gets in the way when you're trying to get someplace else.
Who says that?
If you know, say it, put it in the comments.
Wait, who says? Oh, okay. I'll wait for the comments to see. Anyway, so Pig Hill, it will debut on digital and video on demand December 9th, so in just a week or two. A physical release is coming in January, and then it's going to be streaming on Screenbox on March 10th, 2026. Is it not
getting any kind of theatrical release?
No, it isn't. I'm not shocked because Willy's Wonderland didn't either. But
Shane West deserves big star treatment.
No? Does he? When was the last?
He was on ER.
When was the last theatrical release Shane West?
Whatever it takes.
I do remember his 90s movies, but it's been a while. But it's good to see Shane West in these. He's grown up. He's an adult now.
A walk to remember, a face to remember.
But I mean, watch the trailer. Give us your thoughts, everyone. I want to hear everyone's thoughts on, are you going to check out these Wizard of Oz horror movies? What do you think is going to happen in the Sleepaway remake? What do you think of Scarlett Johansson being in the new Exorcist film? And are you going to see Pig Hill? That's the number one question, Tim.
It is the number one. That's the only thing I can think about.
Yeah. Anyway, well, thank you, everyone. That's our news commentary, and happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble,
gobble,
gobble, gobble.
Bye.